estamos de fiesta. Son las 8 de la mañana, ando con mi pana, piscina, cocina, marihuana. Me gusta el after party, gafas de sol en casa la Mari, jacuzzi, swimming pool, estamos chill y estamos cool. Ven, que se enciende llama, olvídate de todo, no pasa nada. Habitación cerrada, se escuchan ruido y me entran ganas. El ambiente está todo loco, todo parece Miami o Tokio. Mujeres elegantes, doraditas. La noche ya se acabó, son las 8, vamos directo a la after party. After party. Con mi gente estamos chill, estamos happy, vamos a la after party. After party. Veo gente cayendo en el salón, veo gente fumando en el balcón, veo gente que pide más alcohol y yo estoy bailando todo vacilón. Ya no sé cuánta copa llevo, lo que sé que voy todo ciego, lo cercano lo veo lejos y ya me hablan y no me entero.
Nosotros somos guerreros, somos de verdad, pero después de una guerra hay que celebrar. Nosotros no la luchamos y no vamos a parar, porque hoy es día de fiesta y vamos a celebrar.
Ya se acabó, son las 8, vamos directo a la after party. After party. Con mi gente estamos chill, estamos happy, vamos a la after party. After party. Uno que cae, y otro que vuelve a subir. Uno que cae, y otro que vuelve a subir. Otro que pierde y no se quiere venir. Otro que pierde y no se quiere venir. La noche ya se acabó, son las 8.
Un verano en Nueva York is what you're gonna do. WMNF 88.5 right here in Tampa Bay, having a fantastic time listening to some fantastic music. We just got through listening to a group from Europe called Mamborama from a CD, Night of the Living Mambo. We listened to La Noche en Havana, a night in Havana. What a wonderful thought. Right before that, Jill Babuena gave us a tune called Belly Dancer from an album called Island Life. And right before that, some mambo with Mario Bausa. Mambo In is what we listened to from Afro-Cuban Jazz. And we started off the segment and the show with Hector Guerra from a CD called Amor. And we listened to a tune called The After Party. So we started it off with The After Party. You're listening to Latino 54 right here on WMNF 88.5, and we're here live in the studio. If you have any questions or comments, you can give us a call right here, 813-239-9663. That's 239 WMNF. And as I mentioned before, we have guests in the studio, and we're going to start off with Angelique Newman, and she is on the board of directors for the national nonprofit My Hope Chest, and they're here to tell us about an event. Welcome to the Latino 54 show, Angelique. How are you?
I'm fabulous. Thank you so much for having us on today. We really appreciate the opportunity to tell you all about our wonderful charity.
Now, our friend Al Frederick, a mutual friend of ours, let me know about your event, and I was interested in it. The fact that a big old RUM is across the front of it is, of course, of interest.
Never a bad thing, right?
Yeah, never a bad thing. Us rum enthusiasts, it is the national drink of the Caribbean or the of the area, so everybody's interested in that. But we're talking about an event that is going to be here to help fund something that you're involved in. Tell us about My Hope Chest and what that is.
Sure, I'd love to. Thank you so much. My Hope Chest is a national nonprofit. We've been around for 10 years, and we are the only nonprofit that covers breast reconstruction for cancer survivors, breast cancer survivors. You know, you hear a lot of places like Susan G. Komen and the American Cancer Society. We actually get referrals from them. We don't get funding from them, unfortunately, but we get referrals from them because we're the only nonprofit that picks up where the others leave off. So what My Hope Chest does is we fund reconstructive surgeries for breast cancer survivors who are uninsured and underinsured. So people who fall through the cracks, people who don't, have the ability to pay for their deductibles or their co-pays. And we've also recently taken on the education process so that people understand what their reconstruction options are.
All right, so you're here to help women get through that part
women and men.
Women and men,
Yeah.
which we don't think about as much of the fact that since the numbers are down and it mostly affects women, that men are also affected by breast cancer. Now tell us how you got involved with My Hope Chest. I understand you yourself are a survivor.
I am a survivor. I'd like to actually first highlight kind of our founder, because she is the amazing person who started this charity. She was a breast cancer survivor, and she was a showgirl in Las Vegas. I mean, Las Vegas, so think boas and colors and sequins everywhere. And there she was. She lost one of her breasts and had to actually perform like that for years with no breasts, because she, as a showgirl, she didn't have any insurance. She couldn't afford the reconstruction. I can't even imagine how she overcame those obstacles. But she played it to one of her strengths and built this fabulous nonprofit out of that opportunity, or out of that circumstance. And you can actually Google the Lopsided Showgirl, and you can see our fabulous founder, Elisa Savaretti. I had breast cancer last year, so I'm a very recent survivor. And in an 11-month time span, I had 6 surgeries and 4 months of chemo. So while I've got really short hair now, it's just because it's growing back in. So luckily, short hair is kind of the thing right now. I'm very, very fortunate for that. But the charity really piqued my interest because it's not supported in the same capacities as some of those other big name charities are. Everybody knows about pink ribbons and awareness and walks and things like that, but what they don't realize is that the reconstruction is really the final phase of treatment. It's not optional, and you're not whole until you're physically made whole again. And so that's what we really try to educate people on, is understanding that the reconstruction is the final step in treatment.
Now tell us about this organization. My Hope Chest is anchored out of the Tampa Bay area. Is it a local organization?
We are headquartered here locally. Lisa was originally diagnosed here in Tampa and then went back to Las Vegas, and that's where she actually started the charity itself. But she moved back here about 3 years ago, and so the charity is locally run. We're so proud to say right now we've got 10 women currently in surgery nationally, and half of them are local here. We've got a fabulous doctor in St. Petersburg, Dr. Gayoso, who works with us. Anytime we put a patient through surgery, it's not just a matter of, oh, here's some money, go have it done yourself. We have to actually coordinate not only the surgeon themselves, but the anesthesiologist as well as the facility. So coordinating all of these aspects take a lot of work, a lot of effort from our volunteers, our patient coordinators, and everybody else who works with My Hope Chest. Because we are a nonprofit, it takes a lot of coming together of the neighborhoods, of the areas, people who know people who know people who know people. And that's really why we love this opportunity here on the radio to kind of get the word out there so that people know, hey, look, we need your help. If you've got a fabulous doctor, if you've got a son who's a plastic surgeon, if you've got, somebody who works anesthesia in one of these local surgery centers, please give them our number. Tell them our website, www.myhopechest.org. Have them get in touch with us because we need your help. That's really our call today.
And it's really important that we all pay attention to this, because this affects every one of us, and it affects all members of the family. And if you don't already have somebody or know someone that has been affected by breast cancer, chances are that you will in your lifetime, because it just, the women in our lives are all there, and some people have different susceptibilities to it and different reasons. So it's something that affects everyone and that we all need to pay attention to. Let's go to a musical break right now. When we come back, we're going to be talking to Ferdinand Japp and to Monica Varner, and they are here from Big City Events to tell us different things connected to this event that we're having. Angelique Newman will be right back, and we'll talk about the event on August 24th here at the Heights Waterfront in Tampa. But as always, we ask what you brought from your musical collection for us to listen to.
I have a fabulous tune. It's called Un Verano en Nueva York by El Gran Combo.
WMNF 88.5 right here in Tampa, listening to some great music, listening to El Gran Combo from Puerto Rico, from the CD El Gran Combo #7. Un Verano en Nueva York, and Angelique Newman was nice enough to bring that in. And if you have been listening for the past couple of minutes, you know that Angelique Newman is here, and she is on the board of directors for the national nonprofit My Hope Chest, and they're having an event here not too far in the future, August 24th at 4 p.m. over at the Heights Waterfront in Tampa, and it is a fundraiser for My Hope Chest. Angelique, how long has My Hope Chest been around?
We've been around for 10 years, recently kind of brought back to the Bay Area within the past 3 or 4 years, national nonprofit as I had mentioned before, and we also make sure that half of our clients and surgeries and patients are done here locally in the Bay Area. It's really important for us. Our founder, as I mentioned, Elisa Savaretti, was a dancer, a showgirl in Las Vegas, and it became one of her priorities to make certain that people understood the process behind reconstruction. So we've kind of taken on the educational piece. It's not just one surgery. It's not a quote unquote boob job.
Tell us about what all entails reconstruction. I mean, I know that we can't even start to scratch the surface here in a small conversation, but we can at least just highlight some of the things involved.
The typical reconstruction process actually is a 3-surgery series. So 3 surgeries normally take approximately 1 year to complete. And if you're paying privately, if you're going through your regular insurance carriers, those surgeries can cost upwards of $25,000. But because of the amazing surgeons and facilities that we network with and contract with and partner with, we're able to do surgeries for approximately $13,000, which is a huge benefit, a huge savings, and is what enables us to touch as many lives as we do. That's really our biggest thing. Right now, though, if I could take just 2 seconds and kind of let the crowd know, let the listeners know, we are in need of volunteers. So if you've got family, loved ones, friends, neighbors, students that you go to school with, we would love to have you become angels for My Hope Chest and reach out and do some volunteer work for us. We're also looking for another board member, and so anybody in a good civic role.
What do volunteers do when they volunteer for Hope Chest?
Well, we do events such as this fabulous event with Monica Varner, the Summer of Rum Bash, and so they might work a booth and sell some of the items that My Hope Chest sells for promotion, so that we can pay for these surgeries. Or they may volunteer by working at another show or event. They may do Hope Floats events. That's one of our biggest things that's coming up here in October. As everybody knows, October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but we, with My Hope Chest, call it Breast Cancer Action Month. And so if you log on to our website, www.myhopechest.org, you'll find all the details that you need to know so that you as a community or as a group or as a business can host your own Hope Floats event. All proceeds go back to My Hope Chest. And that's really, that's what they do. They volunteer. They do anything that comes to mind. We really rely on these third-party events like Monica's. It's amazing. We're so excited to do an event with her finally, and we rely on these third-party events to really be some of our largest money-making fundraisers.
Now, it goes without saying what a woman feels like when she has had to have had a mastectomy or a double mastectomy. Mm-hmm. We talk about the feeling of being yourself. We talk about the female silhouette and how one feels after a surgery like that, and how it helps to have this reconstructive surgery, how it helps one's esteem, mm-hmm. and just tell us a little bit about that, what it does to the ego to have a mastectomy or a double mastectomy, and how you're looking for some kind of help, and a lot of people don't understand that if you don't have the insurance for what comes next after your mastectomy, it can be a whole nightmare.
I'm so happy that you brought up that point. It really is an amazing thing that our listeners can sort of envision and picture. I had a double mastectomy a year ago. February 27th was my double mastectomy. It was the first of my 6 surgeries. And I remember I was all fine and dandy with it, yep, I'm going to beat this, I'm going to fight this. I had my husband, my daughter by my side, I had my parents there, I was so blessed. And when they rolled me out of the hospital 2 days later, I just remember seeing the light of day and thinking, oh my dear Lord, please help me through this. what am I now? And that really is a huge aspect. When we lose a body part that, quote unquote, makes us a woman, you know, it can affect so many things, not just how we perceive ourselves, but how we put ourselves out there for other people to perceive us. So there can be a loss of confidence. Some people will go into a great mode of depression because they feel like less of a person. And we're not. We're not, darn it. We are stronger than you would imagine. You know, we're fighting this battle. And by having the ability to be reconstructed, thanks to whatever means that, you know, you have, it almost makes you whole again. And I'm not saying that, you know, that it takes breasts to make a woman, by no means, because I can tell you there are fighters out there who have opted not to have that reconstruction. And if that works for them, then more power to them. We support them as much as we can as well, because a survivor is a survivor is a survivor.
Right.
But being made whole again, it can put your world back together. It can, you know, put you back on that climb upwards. You know, it can make you feel like you're no less of a person now than you were before you started the battle and possibly lost your breasts.
And it's always a woman's choice to make up her mind what she feels makes her whole, and how she feels comfortable and how she feels like a woman. So it's
Right.
not any hard set decision or anything about vanity or anything like
Right.
that. It's just that's who we are. Some people identify. I mean, I don't think that I would be the same if I didn't have an arm.
Right.
You know,
Right.
so it's just the way that we identify. And when very famous people have these problems, as we know recently,
Angelina
Angelina
Jolie,
Jolie
she opted to proactively go off and have her mastectomies because she found out that she held the gene that
That's right.
increased her potential for breast cancer.
now we take it for granted that not everybody can do like Angelina Jolie and have what comes after
Right.
after the surgery, or
Right.
even to pay for the surgery itself. So again, we are letting you know that this is to give women who don't otherwise have the option,
Right.
a new option to become, to finish out what they want to
Right.
finish out, and to have an end to their cancer, to their cancer problem.
Their journey.
Their journey, exactly.
yes.
Where they want to go from what point do they want to take off, and when do they feel like it's been done, or that
Exactly.
they feel better. Now, we could be talking about this all day long, but what I'd like to do is to bring in Monica Varner, and she is from Big City Events, and she's been here the whole time. She's helping you guys put this together. Welcome to the program, Monica.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here. I just want to tell you a little bit about the event and what we're doing over at the Heights property. We're going to be transforming the Heights waterfront property into a Caribbean island. So what we're going to do is transform the inside. So as you're walking down the street, it's inside and outside event. We know it's August, so we're going to make sure that we put some AC inside so you guys can cool off.
Ooh, that'd be
We
nice.
will appreciate that,
Yes.
definitely.
Maybe I put my hope just inside.
That would
Just
be
to
lovely.
on the inside. But some of the entertainment we're going to have to keep everyone occupied. We're going to have 4 local bands. We're going to have Johnny Cakes and the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypso, which is a calypso band. Impulse, who plays a lot locally. They do some reggae. Rocksteady at 8 is a ska band. And then we're going to top off the night with the Land Sharks, which is a Jimmy Buffett tribute band.
How awesome.
Yeah, and inside we're going to have a Caribbean DJ Cardinal.
So it seems like people, we're not going to mention anything about the event as far as what it could cost to get in, but we can let people know that there's a website that you can find out about it. But it seems like there's going to be a lot there for people to do, that there's going to be a lot of things to do. So when you're out there supporting My Hope Chest, you're also having a great time that you would always look for anyway. People, who doesn't want to have a good time on a Saturday night?
Exactly.
Especially for a good cause.
The longer
That's
you're
right.
there, the more money we raise for charity. So we love it. Lots of entertainment to keep you occupied.
Tell us about Big City Events and how long you've been doing that, Monica.
Big City Events has been a new venture we started about a year ago. So we do large-scale events in Tampa. We focus on energizing downtown Tampa and creating unique events.
All right, and when we come back, we're going to have Ferdian Jap, and he's going to be here to tell us more about the Big City Events and how you can get in touch with them. And then we'll wrap it all up and let you guys know where you can find out information, a telephone number, how you can get tickets to go see Summer or to go participate in Summer of Rum, a celebration of all things rum. So who doesn't like rum? And of course, again, to remind you that it is for My Hope Chest to help women with the cost of reconstructive surgery after breast cancer. Now we're going to move on to a little bit of music, and then we'll come back and we'll talk to Ferdian, and he'll let us know a little bit more about the situation in hand. Here is a little bit of Tito Puente with a thing called Chang. Little radio station on the planet right here. We're here live in the studio. If you want to give us a call, the number is 813-239-9663. That's 239 WMNF. And we just got through listening to the mallet master himself, Mr. Tito Puente, and his Latin ensemble orchestra from a CD called Un Poco Loco. We listened to Chang. And so far for the entire preceding hour, we have had guests in the studio from an event that is coming up on August 24th at 4 p.m. over at the Heights Waterfront in Tampa. Miss Angelique Newman is here, and she is on the board of directors for the national nonprofit My Hope Chest. And what they do is they get money together to help do reconstructive breast surgery for uninsured people who need that done. And they're having a big event. Welcome back on the program. Angelique, is there anything that we forgot to mention as far as getting people to this event?
Well, I think they need to remember that they can get their tickets online, summerofrumfest.com, www.summerofrumfest.com. Also, we want to just remember that October is not Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We're not an awareness charity. We are an action charity. So we want to remind everybody, we call October Breast Cancer Action Month. And we'd like to thank Monica and Al so much for the opportunity to work with them. You can also call 727-488-0320 for tickets and information.
Give that number one more time, please.
727-488-0320 for information on the event. And I think Monica is going to have some more information about ways that you can get in touch and participate.
Monica, what's up?
Hi, I just wanted to talk about our responsibility plan. We know the more you are at the events, the more you will have to drink and the more you support the charity, but we just want to make sure that you get home safely. So just wanted to remind everyone that they can come and have a good time and stay all night and listen to all the bands. And we will have a concierge on site who will call a taxi for you. We've also partnered up with Zingo, and we have shuttles that go back and forth to the hotels that we've partnered up with. So we have 2 hotels within a mile of the event that we have special rates for that you can find on our website at summerofrumfest.com.
So that's great if you want to take full advantage and have a great time and talk to all the wonderful people that are going to be there. And I'm sure that there'll be other members from the My Hope Chest, people that have actually been, maybe patients that have been there, or doctors, or people that deal in that organization. So you get to meet a whole bunch of people, and at the same time we can do so safely by planning. I guess it's time to plan. I mean, it's a week away, so you can go ahead and say that that you're going to get a ride. Oh, 2 weeks away, so you know that you're going to get a ride, and what you all are going to do at the Summer of Rum, and what goes with summer like rum. Ferdian, tell us a little bit more about big city events.
Sure.
Are you on? Sure, there you are.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, thank you for having us. Big City Events, us as an organization, we're actually focusing on producing large-scale events in downtown Tampa with the mission of activating downtown Tampa and at the same time raise money for charity. So like this event, they raises charity for My Hope Chest. But we do other festivals as well. The last festival we did was the Margarita Festival that has a charity in it. We're doing the River Lights Festival that benefits the Ronald McDonald House, which everybody is familiar with. We do the Tampa Tee-Off, and that benefits the Special Olympics. And we also produce the Gasparilla International Film Festival.
Yeah, that's where I know you from the Gasparilla International Film Festival. Both you and Monica are involved in that for the past few years, and what a fantastic job you guys do at that one as well.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for coming on the program, and anybody wants more information, we're going to leave it up to Angelique for the last time to come up with a website and a telephone number if anybody wants more information about the event happening on the 24th and how you guys can get involved. Remember, that volunteers us. Do you still need volunteers for this event, Angelique?
We're always taking volunteers for all events, so yeah, you can feel free to reach out to us. And once again, the phone number for My Hope Chest is 727-488-0320. So if you're interested in volunteering, you can find us online at www.myhopechest.org. You can like us on Facebook and follow us that way. And for tickets to this fabulous event, the Summer of Rum, a celebration of all things rum at the Heights Waterfront, August 24th, running from 4 to 11, please call 813-786-7480.
That's what?
813-786-7480.
All right, well, that wraps it up. Angelique, thank you so much for coming on and for all the good work that you guys do over at My Hope Chest. Monica, Varna, thank you so much. And Ferdy and Jap, thank you guys so much for bringing all the events and working in all the events that you guys do, from the film festival all the way up to this nice fundraiser that involves rum and fun and a lot of help to people who would otherwise not have the opportunity to have this reconstructive breast surgery. Thanks for your work in the community. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your support.
All right, we're going to go on to music and